start with an opening statement, and then we'll go into questions.
Well, happy we won the game, but I wasn't happy with how we played in the second half of the game. The first half, we won 10-0. The second half, we lost 6-2. The way I looked at it, we got very sloppy defensively in the second half of the game. Outfielders, infielders, just very, very nonchalant plays that we need to make. But we swung the bat so well, scored 9 runs in those 2 innings, second and third innings. So that helped, giving us a big cushion. It allowed us to make mistakes, but I don't like that. I don't like the way we played the second half of the game. We need to play a more complete game, whether it's a 1-run game or it's a 10-run game. It doesn't matter. You need to play a complete game. And so, a little disappointed in that. But, overall, happy with the win. Ben Chestnut threw very well. He gave us more than what we thought. We didn't expect to really go that far with him. But once we got the big cushion, that kind of allowed us to save some of our bullpen, although we had to go to some guys there late. But 5 games this week is a concern, obviously, with our bullpen and trying to make sure we handle it in the right manner.
Coach, you guys got production from all sides of the lineup. What do you think it does for you guys when all 1 through 9 can all get on base?
Well, it helps. You got guys that can hit the ball at the ballpark, and that's kind of been our MO for this year offensively. And now you add Zoe into the mix, and I heard you mention Carlos, who's been hitting 8th, and he leads us in home runs. And now you got Zoe hitting a bunch, and of course Blake's hit him, and Yo-Yo got into it today. And the more guys you can have, if you got 9 guys in the lineup that are tough for a pitcher to pitch to, meaning he can't make mistakes. If he makes mistakes, these guys have a chance to knock it out of the ballpark. So that makes it taxing, I guess is the word we use for a pitcher. And the more guys you can have in the lineup to do that, the harder it's going to be on the pitcher. So, the fact that we have a lot of guys there is good. But, again, I thought our at-bats were good. And it goes with hitting, too, not just the defense. Offensively, we're good the first half. The second half, I didn't think we swung the bat quite as good. We were a little inconsistent there.
Coaches, one of the top home run hitting teams in the country, is there any funny banter going on around the team right now? Because you have so many guys that are so close in home run totals, and it seems like everybody's competing at this point. Yeah. Is there anything kind of going on with the chemistry of the team right now as far as home run hitting goes that's just kind of driving your offense?
If it is, I wouldn't know about it. I don't hear it. They might be doing it, but I have no idea. I know they obviously do the laundry cart thing where they hit the home run in the dugout and stuff. I'm not in the dugout at that time, but no, I don't know if there's any bantering or anything going on, but it seems to be a good thing in terms of contagious, because a lot of guys have hit, just about everybody in the team, I think, has hit a home run. Yeah. I don't even know that. I should know that, but I would think just about almost everybody probably has. Or
16 different guys.
16 guys, so that's pretty impressive considering we have 19 hitters. So, no, it's just something, hopefully it continues. Today is crazy because the wind was blowing out of the northeast, northeast. It's whenever you have that drier weather, which was not very humid today. It was coming in, maybe a little out of right center field, so it didn't get knocked down too much and left. But we hit some balls to right. The guy caught at the wall. Those would have been gone on our normal. If there's no wind, those balls are gone because it was blowing in from right. So it's an unusual team because I say sometimes, man, the wind's blowing in. We got to get on top of the ball, and our guys still seem to hit some balls out of the park. So that's a good thing.
Coach, you guys were out hit 16-14. Is there anything that you think the pitching staff could do better to sort of limit that Bethune Cookman lineup?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would. The first half, again, I'll have to go back and look. We're more scattered about probably the hits, but they put them more so together on the back end. Obviously, don't like giving that many hits up. I'm not taking away from any of their hits, but there's some of their balls that should have been errors that we gave hits that I put down errors in my book. They're errors that we got to make plays on. Whether it was a ball catching in the outfield a couple of balls we should have caught in the outfield that hit our gloves that we dropped, and in the infield we made a couple plays that we should have made that we didn't, that they probably gave hits on. But we're saving some of our bullpen guys, if you know what I mean. So we threw some guys that haven't thrown a lot. Thank goodness again for the cushion of the lead that allowed us to do that. But still, no excuse. Those guys got to do a better job following. The whole success of a pitcher, get ahead, locate your pitches, and we were not doing that. I noticed we were falling behind a lot of times with the guys in the second half of the game. And so, yeah, I mean, that's something we don't want to see happen, but there are some things that occur in these big games, and you have big leads, and you're putting some younger guys in that haven't pitched as well. You're susceptible to that. Bethune, take nothing away from them. They got a good offensive team. They're obviously doing very good in their conference when I looked at their record today, so they're having a pretty good year.
And Coach, obviously the bullpen struggled a little bit towards later innings, but Ben Chestnut early in the game had a few really good. He got out of a few jams pretty well. There was actually, what was it, the fourth that he had a bases loaded jam and he got out of.
Yeah.
What can you say about like his ability to work himself in, get himself into those jams, then work himself out of them and be able to pretty much leave all of those innings unscathed?
Well, you don't want to do that. That's not a formula for success, getting into trouble like that. So he was able to get out of it, but that's not always going to work. And it hasn't. That hasn't. He's gotten himself into trouble before where it's come back to haunt him and haunt us. So, yeah, I mean, tonight we were fortunate. He was able to get some ground balls, I believe. We had double play, one double play, two double plays. I'm not sure how many. We had a few. We could have turned more. We should have turned more. But, obviously you want to make great pitches in those situations and crucial situations, but that's not a recipe for success when you're putting yourself in those jams like that. So, happy that he was able to pitch out of it. All in all, I thought Ben did throw well, though. If you look at the picture here, he threw 5 1/3. He was very efficient, 76 pitches. So I forgot to give an MVP of the game today, but it should probably be him.
Anything else for Gino? Awesome. Thanks, Gino.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.